Hello and how you doing, and welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Cairns, right here in Point Park University's Media Hub. And ladies and gentlemen, today on the podcast, we're bringing on someone special. Please welcome the Italian Strongman Gianni Michael Emricko. GME, it's great to see you, my guy.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming down. You brought the VCW heavyweight title with you as well.
I did.
I love whenever the wrestlers bring championships down here. We have this beautiful table, and you took advantage of it. So thank you so much for doing that.
Front and center, just for you, Beast Man.
Front and center. Love to see it. And GME, I mean, I got to tell you, man, you compete everywhere. My goodness, you are literally everywhere right now in Pittsburgh wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, that's best I got. Yeah. I'm traveling a lot in Pittsburgh. I'm very grateful for everything that anybody has ever done for me in this business. I love Pittsburgh wrestling. It's completely different anywhere else you go in the States and in the country. Pittsburgh is very, very unique.
For sure. And I've seen your work with Rise, VCW, 880, and Joy, so you're doing amazing stuff there. But I kind of want to go back in time for a little bit and get to know how you got into wrestling. So what was your beginning in professional wrestling?
So it was my ninth semester in college.
Ninth?
Yeah. So originally I went to community college for 3 years and then was able to finish off at Slippery Rock for the remaining 2.5, 3 years, whatever remainder I had. I was in my last semester at Slippery Rock, and I always told my parents, I'm like, whenever I'm done with school, I'm going to wrestling school. I told them that before I went to college. Yeah, and my very last semester there, August of 2022, I'll never forget it, MV Young opened 880 Wrestling right in New Kensington.
And that was the beginning.
That was the beginning. That was my sign.
That was your sign to join. What were you studying at Slippery Rock at the time?
Business management.
Business management. Was that something that you were going to try and pursue afterwards, or were you dead set on, no, I'm going to be a pro wrestler no matter what?
I mean, I was looking for both. It wasn't like a one way or another. I needed a job. A little secret. You need a job in order to support professional wrestling. Yes, it is not easy.
Yeah, it sucks whenever you're a student because not only do you have to balance pro wrestling, you also have to balance your education and work at the same time.
It's it's a lot.
It's a living hell, and there's a lot of guys at 880 could probably relate to that. So you start off at 880 Wrestling. Obviously, we were talking about this before we went on air. 3 of your main coaches, Gianni Jones Jr., David Lawless, MV Young. What was the beginning stages of 880 like? Because obviously 880 was a startup at the time, so it wasn't like it was an already established promotion. You came in right as it was getting started. What was that like?
I mean, we had a very unique training situation. So there were 5 of us in that class: me, Nick Wild, Brandon St. James, Reese Hayes, Casey Delsas. Well, KC War.
Government name.
Government. Yeah, we were the only 5 in the class. We came to training 4 days a week, every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 6 to 9. We were just wrestling. And we debuted, I think it was 3 months after we started training. So, were we ready? Probably. No, we weren't ready. We got thrown into the deep end, and it did help our development. We just became naturals at what we do.
And what was like the start at 880? Were you a heel or a face in your early stages? I was not there at the time yet, so I'm not.
I was the first big bad. I was the heel.
You were the first big bad. And I remember at one point in time you were the Dangerous Knights crew.
Yes, we were.
With David Lawless. What was that like teaming with David Lawless? Because you mentioned earlier, I mean, he's your trainer and stuff. I can only imagine you learned so much on the fly teaming with Lawless.
Yeah, being with Lawless helped my career more than I could even say. I've thanked him 1,000 times. I don't think there's any more times I could thank him for what he's done for me. He's always just been a great figure to look up to in the business. Yeah, teaming with Lawless, it was very natural. We kind of we flowed well together. My second match ever, it was me and the Gavel David Lawless versus TME.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second match ever.
Second match ever.
And what was that match like? Is that one that you can go back and look on, or were you still like in the early stages?
Oh, I was an early professional wrestler.
I mean, you're wrestling 3 of Pittsburgh's greatest, 3 former Two Jagoffs guests, by the way, as well. So
I know.
shout out to Duke Gannon and David Lawless. And I had Lawless on the podcast, and I don't remember the exact sentence. So I don't want to try and misquote David Lawless, but he did say one of his favorite wrestlers of working with throughout his career was you, actually. So I just wanted to bring that message back up here on the Two Jagoffs.
Absolutely. Yeah, Lawless is a great friend.
And throughout your time at 880, you won multiple championships.
Yes.
Multi-time 880 champion, former tag champ with Lawless as well.
Yes.
I actually, and I hate to bring this up, I was on call when you did lose the 880 championship to Nick Swilde. It was my first ever championship match I actually called at 880.
Horrible match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awful. And Nick Swilde is still the champion.
Literally the worst.
Literally the worst match of all time. But you won multiple championships at 880, and you made yourself one of the most decorated wrestlers. What does that mean to you?
I'm happy I could do it. I'm happy I was put in the position to be able to do it in the first place. Whenever I lost the title, I went back and tried to figure out what it was that made me lose. Was it Reese Hayes? Was it 880 as a whole? What made me lose? I really found myself in that time, and 1 year later at the night before Thanksgiving, the very legal night before Thanksgiving too, I was able to recapture the title.
And you won the 880. The last 880 championship reign that you had was one of the more dominant reigns that I've seen, at least. And you had multiple great matches against some of the guys you mentioned before, like Reese Hayes, Nick Swilde, Casey Ward. Was there maybe a favorite opponent that you have that you faced so far while you were at 880 Wrestling?
This is actually from my first title reign.
Okay.
But still to this day, it's one of my favorite matches ever. Me versus Gannon Jones Jr.
Ooh.
in New Kensington. We set it up in a way so it was New Ken versus New Ken with a New Ken referee in New Kensington. And it's just, it has...
Couldn't get more New Ken than that.
It has a very strong sentiment in my heart.
Was there... so that was probably your favorite match of all time, too, you would say then? Was against Gannon, or...
It's up there.
It's up there. Let's make this more broader. Is this favorite of all time, even in other places, or...
Oh, man. Me versus MV at Enjoy is another special match of mine. I was able to go back and like clip me doing security, and I got a screenshot of that, and then I took a screenshot of me versus MV in the middle of the ring. So that's a cool little post. I love storyline aspects to wrestling. That's always been my thing.
Of course. I mean, that's the entire point of professional wrestling at the end of the day. Sure, there's the athletic part of it, but the storytelling part, that's the part that goes the next mile.
It's very, very important that does not get forgotten.
Was there maybe an opponent that you have yet to face at 880 or in general that you would like to get in the ring with?
I have one guy in mind for that.
Okay, let's hear it.
One guy I've been asking for many years. Gianni Michael Emricko versus Bill Collier. Anywhere in the city of Pittsburgh. It will make money.
Bill Collier, big time.
Big time.
And that's someone you've never actually been in the ring with.
Never been in the ring with. Seen him backstage. I want next.
Okay, I don't know what promotion we can call up for that, but one of the promotions in Pittsburgh, you better make it happen. Actually, no, maybe we'll book a Two Jagoff show and we can make that the main event. It'll be Bill Collier versus GME in the main event for that.
I like that idea.
You like that idea?
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, would you... I'm assuming you would want to go up in that one against Bill Collier. I don't know. You think Bill... Well, how would you fare against a Bill Collier if that match did happen, hypothetically speaking?
Hypothetically, if that match happened, I think it would be the greatest learning experience I could have in the ring. I'm not sure who would be victorious in that matchup, but I think it would be great for my career.
I think it would be too. I think that would be such an amazing opportunity. I mean, Bill
Absolutely.
Collier, so as someone who shared the locker room with Bill, my goodness, he is one of the most nicest, down-to-earth people that's always willing to give
Without
advice.
a doubt.
And Agent Zero, I guess, too. You can maybe battle Agent Zero, TNA.
Agent Zero.
I mean...
William Trudeau.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Could be somebody else down the line eventually. Talking about 880 Wrestling currently, because that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where you're at mostly. That is both of our callings. And I've been looking around the landscape recently of 880 Wrestling. I got to be honest with you, Gianni. I'm not too big of a fan of it. You're kind of caught up right now in a whole situation that's a little bit questionable. We'll touch on that in a second. But overall, talking about the landscape of 880 Wrestling, from the Italian Strongman's point of view, as someone who's probably looked at now as a locker room leader since you've been there for so long, what's your opinion on it? Like, what the hell's happening?
Well, you got Nick Swilde running rampant with the belt.
Boo.
To this day. But they're going to get their comeuppance next month, March 20th. Brandon St. James versus Nick Swilde in a steel cage. I personally think that's going to be Brandon St. James, but Who knows?
Just have to wait and see.
You just have to wait and see. You got Marco with the TNF title
Who
right
you recently
now,
shared the ring with as well.
who I recently shared the ring with. Good match. I would watch that one back. That's a good match too. Aleo Dreams and Sammy Suntimer with the tag belts.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking really good right now. I think it's gonna be time here soon for a little shake-up, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think you left a certain team out by a team that's actually been giving me a hard time recently.
Who would that be, Austin?
Well, the leaders by example, obviously. They are.
I personally choose to not talk about John at 880 Wrestling.
You personally not choose not to talk about John? Could we at least talk about maybe what happened this past Saturday? I think that would be great. Come on, rate the code breaker on 1 to 10.
Oh, the code breaker.
Come on, you got to.
I meant to bring this up at the beginning. I completely forgot.
No worries.
You get on camera, you get caught off guard. It happens all the time. Code breaker was sweet.
Let's go.
Code breaker looked phenomenal. Did you land in any tacks?
I landed in a couple tacks.
How did that feel?
It hurts, but I mean, I've done a lot dumber, so it wasn't that bad. I pulled 20 out of my boot, but I had a little bit of a heel on my boot, so it didn't like actually stick through to my foot.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled 1 out of my back, and I rolled over into a couple like whenever I was in the ring. Because after I hit John with the code breaker, I started yelling at him. I ripped my shirt.
Amazing fire on that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You looked like a professional wrestler right there.
Did I?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't trying to go for it. I was just months of payback was brewing. So I finally,
It was awesome.
I struck, and then I kind of fell back in the corner. I like, holy shit, did I just do that? Like, I just hit him with the code breaker, and then Casey pointed at me. He's like, all right, I'm ending the match. And then he brainbuster on the tacks, which I don't know. Poor KC probably got the worst end of that. He had like
I could imagine.
he only had like 40 in his back. I'm like, holy hell.
It's those dang chairs, man.
Yeah. Have you ever done tacks?
No.
No, you've never done tacks?
No, I am out of the group of Steel City Killers, I am without a doubt the can I swear?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, okay. I would say I'm the biggest bitch of them all. These guys go out and do some of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, gussets, light tubes, what is it? Tacks, tables, like, oh my gosh.
I love seeing my friends be happy, and that's what makes them happy, but that's just not for me.
You're a little more classier compared to the rest of the killers.
I will give you a sidewalk slam any single day.
Hey, perfect sidewalk slam, by the way, might I add.
Oh, thank you.
Do we have a name for this sidewalk slam, or is it just a sidewalk slam?
I don't think there is a name.
We don't have
To
it?
be on, I don't think so, no.
Strongman slam.
Strongman slam. I have said that before.
Have you said that before?
I've said that before. It's either for that or my finishing move, the power slam.
The power slam?
One of the two.
We'll have to come up with some names for your finishers.
We got to come up with names.
Strongman slam actually has a nice ring to it. The Strongman slam. I can see myself saying that.
I
in the
like it.
commentary. But no, I finally did get revenge on some guy named John, so I'm very much happy about that.
Oh.
It's been months coming.
I'm very happy for you.
I know you can't speak too much on that, but I do want to talk about the championship that's actually right in front of us as well. I actually made the trip to VCW for the first time a couple weeks ago when you won that championship.
I did.
And I got to say the people that you beat was amazing because I don't like either one of them. But
that was strictly for you.
that was strictly for me?
Of course.
Thank you so much for doing that for me. But speaking about you and not me for a second, what does holding that championship mean to you? Because VCW, my gosh, they put on an amazing show, I might add. I came on the week after with my co-host Lucas, who's not here right now, and we talked about it. It was an amazing time.
That was a great show from top to bottom. I don't think there was any match that I thought was bad. I thought the entire card was great. Did you stick around for the speech at the end that Wes gave?
I did, yes. I was actually I'm not gonna lie, I was actually in the hall talking to Jamie Jameson during most of that speech. But I was kind of peeping in and listening to Wes, but I was talking to Jamie most of that speech. But what a great speech it was.
Oh, what a great speech. He summarized it perfectly. That belt is for the people of VCW. I'm their protector now. I need to make sure that nobody gets that belt.
Is this your first time holding gold in VCW? Or is this...
Depends on how you look at it.
Depends on how I look at it. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just saying you took it off of Fair Boy, so I don't think I could...
I did. If you look on Cage Match, I am a 2-time VCW heavyweight champion.
Well, if Cage Match said it has to be true then.
It has to be
It has to be
true.
true.
That's the golden rule.
That's the golden rule of Cage Match. So you beat Clayton King. Some guy named John was out there. What the hell were they wearing? They were wearing, like, what, cowboy outfits?
They were. They were scheduled to face Cowpoke Paul that night.
So they were trying to make fun of cowpoke in a way. I mean, you have some history with cowpoke as well in other places.
I do have some history with cowpoke Paul. I've been his friend. I've been his foe. Friends fight, you know?
Mm-hmm. Depends on where you look at it.
It depends on how you look at it. Who's right? It's usually me. But
You also have relations with John in other places, which I do want to bring up, if that's okay with you.
of course.
Enjoy Wrestling. Now, I really don't have any ties to Enjoy Wrestling outside of pulling cable a couple of times and doing a senior project there last semester.
Oh, I do remember that.
For their
Yes.
show in the South Side, which I did get an A on, by the way. So thank you, Scotty, for letting me come down there. But I do got to ask about this Enjoy Wrestling. You're the last real Italians there.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you're the Italian Strongman. Makes total sense.
Of course.
GME. You got Cristiano Argento, which I like Argento. I've worked with Argento in the
Good
past.
people.
But then you have some guy named John. Now, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I know this is a completely different world, so we'll stay here and enjoy wrestling for a second. How did this whole last real Italian faction form? And are you guys really all Italian in this group?
To answer that second question, of course we are. We are 100% pure-blooded Italians.
Okay.
The best race to ever be created. Second of all, the guy named John was recruited personally by Gianni Michael Emricko.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following month, I needed some help. So I made a call to Italy. I got Argento on the plane over here.
Who'd you call
Rest
from
is history.
Italy? Who'd you call from Italy? Like their prime minister or?
I called somebody.
You called somebody? Okay.
I talked to Cristiano a little bit. He was in. So that was the only verification I needed.
Enjoy Odyssey's coming up soon as well.
Yes, it is.
I saw the graphic. Last Real Italians are going to be in it.
Also, that is one of the greatest graphics I have ever seen. I don't know exactly who their graphic designer is. His stuff is unbelievable.
I got to give some credit there too. The graphics are pretty fire.
Oh my god.
They are fire. I like the one with the little Enjoy logo with the swirl. Like, oh my gosh.
I
it's
saw
nice.
that graphic. I'm like, did I get signed?
You thought you were going to be on Raw or something.
I was like, nobody called me for this.
And then you see, yeah, John has like the little headband on with the Italian flag on.
So good.
That's comedy gold. I'm not going to lie. So let me ask you this though. If you are all three in the Odyssey, I mean, how does that happen? How do you determine who wins that if you're the last real Italians?
Well, I'm hoping they're going to call it once we're the final three, because that would make the most sense. We don't really want to fight each other. We're trying to inflict pain on other people.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, me and Argento will probably just self-eliminate and then let John take the win.
You'd let John take the win.
We would let John take the win.
You wouldn't want to have more gold.
If you noticed,
Okay.
I've dragged John on my opponents for the victory twice now.
Okay.
I'm a selfless guy.
But for the first big Enjoy show of 2026, you would happily give up your spot. If you, let's just say this, last real Italians, you guys run the gauntlet, everyone's left and right, eliminated, yada, yada, yada.
Easy
Then
money.
you three, you're just like, all right, I'm out of here. Hop over the top rope and you're done.
Well, yeah, and then John's going to say, oh, the last real Italians will be challenging for the Enjoy Tag Team Championships.
Okay. Okay. I like the way we go about this.
We make up our own rules.
Make up your own rules.
Yeah, we got to do it before somebody else does.
I guess you got a point. TME, though, I mean, they're dominant tag team champions right now. So I don't know.
Right now.
Right, for right now. Okay. I love to see it. You also hold tag team gold
I do.
in other places. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I hold gold in Rise Professional Wrestling out in Uniontown. Their last couple of shows have gotten canceled, very sadly, just due, I believe, to the building and the safety of it. So I'm hoping they find a new spot soon.
And you were tag team champions with
Cowpoke Paul.
Cowpoke Paul, who you have history with. I remember last year, I haven't kept up with Rise as much, I apologize, but I saw some stuff, obviously, with you, Cowpoke, and David Lawless before.
The Dangerous Knights Cowboys.
The Dangerous Knights Cowboys, they'll spin off the Dangerous Knights crew there. Talk to me about what that faction was like, because you guys were you guys were making chaos over there for quite some time.
We were. So it all started the day that me and David Lawless had our match at 880. He told me, I had seen him earlier that day, and he said, I'm retiring. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, you're retiring? Like, done. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, this got to be the best match that we've ever had then. So we had our match. Then July rolls around, and it was, what was it? It was the Rumble. It was their version of the Royal Rumble. So 30 men came in. The belt was on the line in the Rumble. It was like the Roman Reigns style from 2016. Final four came down to me, Cowpoke, Brandon K, and Gorgeous Gregory. Lawless was walking up. He made an announcement. We had to make the call. I gave a low blow to Gorgeous Gregory. Cowpoke Paul gave a low blow to Brandon K. We self-eliminated. Lawless new champion.
I see why now you would eliminate yourself for John over and Enjoy. It makes total sense now because you've already done it before. So
Just saying it could happen.
But now that Lawless is gone, you guys are still obviously the Rise Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
You guys are wrecking chaos there. What does the future look like for you guys as a tag team now that Lawless is gone?
Well, we have to see on that. At this point, I don't really know. We gotta make sure that Rise can secure a building and all the fans can be safe for a fun night of professional wrestling.
What's it like working with Cowpoke?
What's it like working with Cowpoke?
I love Cowpoke Paul.
It's so much fun.
We love Cowpoke over here.
Sometimes he'll ride you around the ring on your back.
Okay.
Just like normal. I know that came out sounded
Thank you for the clarification at the end.
Yeah, Cowpoke Paul's fun. It's a lot about how you talk to certain people in the business.
Mm-hmm.
But Cowpoke Paul's been one of my best friends for 3-ish years now. He came into 880 very early on with us, so that was one of the first kind of bigger names that we knew.
Mm-hmm. You were able to connect right away and probably have some good chemistry.
Oh yeah, but me and Cowpoke have had a good couple matches now, but I always have fun with Cowpoke Paul in the ring.
Where are some places that you want to dominate going forward? I mean, like you're champion over at VCW, doing great work at Enjoy. 880, you're my guy right now.
I am your guy. Where do I want to dominate next? That's a tough one.
Could be somewhere that you're already here.
Yeah. I think RWA would be a good one. It would be nice to claim another world title. Where else? IWC don't sound too bad. Yeah, I like I said, I love Pittsburgh wrestling. There's not really anything like it. I feel like we're a lot closer of a group than people think.
Yeah.
It's because there's a lot of promotions in Pittsburgh that, like, especially me, like I go around to all of them, so I'm seeing all of these different groups of people a lot. So
yeah, a lot of the promotions are like within 45 minutes to an hour of the city.
Yes.
If you really think about it, like
they're very close together.
It's not that far compared to like some of the other places. I know like down in West Virginia, like sometimes you have to go like 2 or 3 hours just to get to a venue.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh scene's a lot of fun. I get to go to all these different places, 2PW, RWA, Rise.
Oh, 2PW is another one I almost forgot
2PW.
about. Yeah.
I've been to Pros of Wrestling, 880, Enjoy. Yeah, there's always wrestling happening here.
Something that I've always liked to talk about with some of the wrestlers on the podcast, and I especially want to ask you this, because since you do all these companies and you have good relations, I assume, with all these companies, the one thing that I notice in the wrestling community is tribalism, is wrestling tribalism. How do you see that? Do you experience it? What's your take on it? Because you've done pretty much every promotion, like you said, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, or like has there ever been any kind of issues?
I mean, everybody is very close to their home promotion. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to defend their home promotion like it's gold, no matter what. I don't really involve myself too much with it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried, again, I've worked all these different places. I've tried to keep myself very much so out of that, but it's never really bothered me. It's whatever you want to do. We are grown men in our underwear getting paid $20 at the end of the day.
I mean, when you put it like that, there's really no way you can debate that.
There's no way that you can really debate that.
Because I know a lot of the promoters out there, like they would like to keep their own unique talents to themselves at the same time.
I've seen that. Yeah, I mean, every company has their own select few that I see. They only work here, which is awesome. I'm just happy that all of these companies have welcomed me in with open arms. Nobody has turned me around for saying, "Oh, you're a Rise guy. You ain't working here." That I personally do not experience.
That's good. That's good to know, because like as someone who's a commentator, not a professional wrestler, I've never personally experienced it myself, but just being in other locker rooms and being to other venues, you can kind of tell that there are some places that's like, you know what, I would prefer if I only had this guy and this guy. But at the same time, I mean, like at the end of the day, someone like yourself, it's good to get those reps in different places. Get yourself in front of different eyes, because not everybody that goes to IWC is going to be at VCW, or not everyone that's going to be at Rise is going to be at Enjoy.
Absolutely. I mean, just go out and work. Just go out. If you're not working somewhere, go out and help. If you make good relations with these people, they're going to book you. Mm-hmm. It's just how it is.
I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. What's your favorite character work that you're doing right now in all these places? Like, what's the one that you're like, yeah, I'm like having the most fun with, or I'm proud of? And it's not directly to a company per se. It's just yourself.
I think I'm going to be having a lot of fun upcoming with with my RWA story.
Okay.
I had recently just shoved my manager, Tony Kincaid, on the ground and then got mauled by, you guessed it, some guy named John, Clayton King, the Shadow Man Elijah, and Tony Kincaid.
All fingers point back to John in every story here.
They always do.
They always do. Tony Kincaid's someone I personally never met. What's he like? You were with him for quite some time, and he's now beating your ass? Like, what the hell's that all about?
It's unbelievable. I said history on RWA's last show. We crowned the first ever woman to hold a men's championship. So that was a cool moment. Then immediately got jumped, but that was a great moment.
Was it because you didn't come out on top? Is that why maybe Kincaid felt a certain way? Or?
He never told me. I just got jumped.
Have you talked to him since?
I have not, no.
You have not?
I have no reason to.
That's a good point. I mean, I wouldn't want to talk to him either after I got jumped, but Tony Kincaid, what a guy. Isn't this the same guy who got pie thrown in his face?
Yes, it did. I got to watch that with a big smile on my face.
Was this before or after he jumped you?
Well, this was before.
This was before. Oh, so you were still smirking behind.
Yeah, there was already some tension brewing between the two of us for a while now. With the past two RWA shows getting canceled, really, really separated us.
So that was kind of a broken relationship already. It was it was getting to the brewing point where something was about to happen. Something was
about to happen. Either I was going to eat shit, or I had to make him eat shit. So,
well, there we have it. There we have it. Is there plans for you to maybe want to go bigger outside of the Pittsburgh indie scene one day? Is that a certain goal that you have in mind? Or are you kind of one of the wrestlers that like, you know what, I'm content with where I'm at right now?
I mean, one day I would love to. I work at NCG up in Canada. I've done a couple of their shows. I'm actually scheduled to go back on April 11th, so that'll be cool. I'm out in West Virginia. I've been out in Ohio, New York, Florida. I mean, I'm not cornering myself to Pittsburgh, but if I'm getting booked and I'm not getting booked anywhere else, I'm not going to turn down a booking just because it's in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
I love that mentality you have too, because so many people are too closeted to the fact of like, oh, I'm only going to do this place, or I'm only going to do this place. But you're like, but you have that mindset, like, you know what? If you're willing to give me a chance to showcase my talent, of course I'll come compete for you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like the David Lawless method right there, 101. If you really think about it.
If you look at it, he taught me a lot.
No, it's eerily similar, because Lawless came on here and he said the same thing. He's like, hey, I don't care if it's 20 people or 200 people. I mean, a crowd's a crowd at the end of the day. Eyes are eyes. You never know who's watching.
Never know. You want to entertain these people, you know? That's what it's all about.
You prefer being the heel or a face?
Oh, that's tough. The answer changes all the time. Right now, I'm really digging being a heel.
Okay.
I just don't get to do it much anymore, so it's fun to dive back into it when I get to. It's so much fun to antagonize a crowd. You guys have no idea how you look, and you look like the craziest individuals on the planet. It's awesome.
How much heel work have you been, like, you've talked about some of the heel work you've been doing. Is there possible more heel work we're going to see out of GME down the line?
I hope. Enjoy. That's where you can catch me being a big scumbag Italian.
Yeah, you are. Respectfully. Respectfully.
RWA, you can't see that anymore. 2PW, you could see me be a heel.
Yeah, you yelled at me at 2PW now I think about it. I have a bone to pick with you actually about that.
Did. I was wondering where your neck brace was.
Yeah, I got healed. Victor Benjamin.
I
was working with Victor Benjamin. Yeah.
Now that's savage.
It was like a week. Exactly. That is savage. It was a week after, and I was like, oh, I'm done in this neck brace. I've been laying in bed. I'm hurt. And he's like, dude, you're fine. It's a mental game. It's not a physical game. Just rip that neck brace off and you'll be good. And I ripped that thing off, and I got to tell you, it was like a magic power. I don't know what he did. It's like Danhausen, give me like a good curse, I guess.
Yeah, good curse.
A good curse. But no, I ripped that neck brace off. I'm like, fuck yeah, I feel good.
That's awesome.
This is awesome. And then you're picking on me for no reason. I'm there at the bar with Kevin, and you're like, hey, where's your neck brace? I'm like, focus on your match.
Yeah, which we should have won, by the way.
Yeah, how about that? Whatever. Gorgeous Gregory was your partner, right?
Gorgeous Gregory was my partner.
I love Gorgeous Gregory.
He's a us two also. We also have really good chemistry.
I could tell.
Tagging we still have yet to work each other. Believe it or not.
Wow, never one-on-one.
Never one-on-one. There's been many plans of it. Schedule conflicts always come up whenever we're supposed to work each other. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird.
It seemed like you guys got into it a little bit at the end of that match.
We did, and then we hugged it out.
And then you hugged it out.
We had to show you guys that we are not so one-sided. We can be whatever we want.
Oh, you certainly can be whatever you want. We've learned that a lot throughout this episode. So how much are you keeping up with the mainstream side of things with wrestling? Are you more like just an indie guy at the moment, or are you still kind of keep your eyes on what's going on in the mainstream world?
I keep my eyes on the WWE, AEW. I'm always just looking at clips. I don't really have time to watch.
Of course.
But I'm always looking at clips.
Is there someone that you look up to whenever you're watching that kind of stuff? Maybe when you're younger, maybe right now, maybe throughout your time as a wrestler?
Younger, I mean John Cena.
Oh, it's the GOAT right there.
Number one.
That's the GOAT.
Batista, of course. Right now, I love Gunther's work. I think Gunther is...
It's a hot take. A lot of people aren't too pleased right now.
His work is amazing. It always has been.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing his indie stuff that now is
my God,
more so coming to my timeline. God, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Walter versus Dragunov was really good back in the day.
Walter versus Pete Dunne.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's one of my personal favorites.
I forget which NXT takeover it was, but that was the first time I learned about Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Was Walter versus Pete Dunne, and oh my God, that match rolled.
It's killer. Even the Tyler Bate match was good too. Now I think about it. Yeah.
God, Walter's unbelievable.
Yeah, too many people hate him right now for no. Like, I understand why. Like, they're like, oh, he retired Cena, he retired Styles, he's gonna go kill the Crews. Which, don't get me wrong, Styles and Cena are two of my top 5 favorites of all time. But like, I don't know, man. He's such a good wrestler. Like, he knows what he's doing in there. Like, if you're in the wrestling community, you know, like, hey, that man right there understands the craft.
He makes it look so much easier than it is.
Yeah.
He makes it look unbelievably easy when he's out there.
Feels like he has chemistry with anybody, too.
Anybody. It doesn't matter who. I mean, that's also, he's been working for years at this point, but still, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why I like, and the thing I always tell people all the time, like some of my buddies who are like casual wrestling fans, they'll be like, hey, well, how do you like this Gunther guy so much? He's literally killing everyone's career. I hate him so much. I can't stand him. I'm like, well, here's the thing. He's a heel.
That's a great heel, then.
If you hate him that much, then he is doing his job correctly. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. Almost got possessed. But that means you're doing a pretty good job as a heel.
So good. It's unbelievable. What else am I really liking right now?
Yeah, what else is GME's taste?
Drew McIntyre stuff's good.
Okay.
I liked I saw the ending of the Elimination Chamber. I thought that was a nice little sequence.
With the Seth Rollins and Randy Orton spot?
Yep. Man, injuries are just plaguing wrestling right now. Like, I miss Braun Breaker.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that whole Vision. I thought that was going to be a good storyline.
It probably was going to be. They were trying to go for like an Evolution type story, I think.
Yeah.
But then
that's what it looked like.
It just completely collapsed because what? Rollins goes down, then Breaker, then Reed. It's like, come on. There's no reason for this. Is there maybe so who's your favorite wrestler? So John Cena's your favorite wrestler of all time. Is
He's
what we're
definitely
getting out of this?
up there, yeah.
Okay.
Batista, him in 1 and 2.
Okay, 1A, 1B. Yeah. I like that.
That's also 2 of the guys that I watch the most. So.
I'm personally a Daniel Bryan guy.
You're a Daniel Bryan guy. That makes sense.
I like the underdogs. I've always felt like the underdogs too.
Yeah.
Like him, Johnny Gargano, AJ Styles.
Him and Gargano for a while there. I loved Gargano.
Black and gold Gargano was just incredible.
God.
Like that, what a run! What a
unbelievable.
Like my dad, because my dad didn't really keep up with the casual. But my dad's kind of a casual wrestling fan nowadays. He was big back in like the Attitude Era and stuff, and he didn't understand NXT too much. He was like, "Isn't that just developmental brand?" I'm like, "It is, but trust me, Black and Gold is different.
It's different.
It's not what like the NXT game show was in the early 2010s. Like you got to actually give this a watch."
Also, the NXT game show ruled.
It did. I mean, I thought that was hilarious.
Wade Barrett just doing like obstacle courses. I'm like, I'm in on this.
So I'm sold on it. Like, sign me up for some Wade Barrett.
I did love some Wade Barrett. Bad news. Even his later run, so much fun.
How about now as a commentator too?
Love
You
Barrett.
could do everything. I feel
yeah.
like you could do the pre-show panels, throw him on commentary, throw him in the ring.
Does he work with your teacher?
Corey Graves?
Yeah.
He actually does not. He's doing SmackDown with Joe. And then
can't have
Michael
them
does
together.
Raw with Corey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still crazy saying that Corey Graves is my college professor. It's very weird. You know what's cool about that? Actually, I don't think I've shared this publicly on the podcast. I might have. I don't know. It's funny. Corey, I have him on Wednesday afternoons.
Okay.
I have 880 Thursday nights.
That's funny.
I get the rundown sent to me Wednesday morning. So I get to kind of mentally prepare myself and just pick Corey's brain on, hey, how would you call this spot? How would you call this kind of match? How would you call this?
That's awesome.
So literally, I'm like ready to go with notes going into Thursday. I'm like, okay, I just spoke to Corey Graves not even 24 hours ago. I am fully confident.
That's
now.
awesome.
Yeah. So
That's
I thought that was
huge
pretty cool.
help.
So shout out to Corey Graves. He's definitely not listening, but shout out to Corey Graves.
Shout out to you, Corey Graves.
Shout out to Corey Graves. Before we wrap things up, I do want to ask, do you keep up with other sports outside of pro wrestling, or is like pro wrestling something that you've always been like indulged in? Is that like your forte?
No,
So to speak.
I actually grew up a bowler.
A bowler?
I was a
I got to hear this
bowler.
story now.
I was a bowler for 14 years. Yeah, so I keep up with bowling. My brother and sister are they actually just both they just qualified for states
Wow.
for the state of Pennsylvania. So we're going out to Lancaster in a week and a half to go watch them do their thing. Hopefully my brother can win the state championship because that would be awesome. And it's his final year in high school.
Bring more gold home to the family.
Got to bring more gold. Yeah, I keep up with football. I love football.
Like professional football? College
Yeah.
football? Okay.
I'm a
assuming
professional
Steelers.
football guy. Yeah, I love my Steelers. I just keep up with football as a whole, but yeah, I love my Steelers. Nothing really too outside of that.
Not like baseball, hockey,
I'm not a baseball
Basketball.
guy. No,
none of those sports.
no. We watch some UFC.
UFC? Okay.
Yeah.
UFC's pretty fun.
I'm starting to get back into UFC, so that's cool.
What's your thoughts on the Steelers right now?
What are my thoughts on the Steelers right now?
Love to hear this. Nick Wild gave me an entire presentation on the Steelers when they were on the podcast. So, see what the strongman has to say.
I want to see what Will Howard does.
Oh, okay.
That's my number one. I want to make sure he's not a bust before everybody says he's a bust. Because we drafted him last year and he got a full year to learn under Aaron Rodgers. See what the kid can do, please, for the love of God. Steeler football is it's frustrating to be a Steeler football fan right now. I'm not even saying because losing. I would have taken an 0-17 season last year. Not even going to lie. I just want something new.
It feels like it's been just repetitive over the last,
Especially
several
with
years.
the Mike McCarthy hire. It's like, all right, well,
You're not a fan of it?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not a fan of
the
Mike McCarthy? I feel like it's a hometown hire. I like how he's bringing in some new coaches. I do like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Steelers fan, so I'm speaking from an outsider's perspective here.
What fan are you?
I'm a Cardinals fan. An Arizona Cardinals
That's
fan.
insane.
I have good reason for it though, and I've said it a million times. It's because of Larry Fitzgerald. I'm a big Pitt guy.
Well, yeah.
I'm a big Pitt guy.
Larry
so like,
Fitz rules.
yeah. So my dad wasn't a Steelers fan growing up. He's a Chiefs fan. So I didn't like the Steelers because he didn't like the Steelers, and I didn't like the Chiefs because he likes the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stayed neutral. And then when I found out Larry was in the NFL, I'm like, oh, Cardinals. That's my
Larry.
team. And then I've been a depressed Cardinals fan ever since. So
Kyler Murray, baby.
get rid of him, please. Get rid of Kyler Murray.
What, you don't enjoy double XP weekend or?
I mean, he's racking up prestige level Call of Duty. So
I can only imagine he is.
as someone who used to play Call of Duty growing up, yeah, I can only imagine he's probably gaming right now.
Oh dear God.
No, I don't mind Kyler as a quarterback, but he got to go, respectfully.
Yeah,
They need
he
to move in
needs
a
to
direction.
shake up regardless. He just can't keep doing what he's doing at the Cardinals.
No.
I think he's much more talented than what is happening right now for him.
For sure. I think he's a good leader, too, to an extent. It's just, I feel like the Cardinals is like purgatory for a lot of quarterbacks right now.
Yeah.
For a lot of players, actually. So,
Because who was before Kyle? Oh, Josh Rosen. Josh
thanks.
Rosen was awesome.
awesome.
I personally was very excited for Josh Rosen to come into the league, but
You were a Josh Rosen guy?
I was a Rosen guy. I was like, out of this draft class, this is going to be the most talented one. I was unbelievably wrong.
Well, I wanted Sam Darnold personally that year, but I knew we weren't going to get him.
Yeah.
So, I was a big Sam Darnold, which is why Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, what do you think of that resurgence?
Yeah, what a resurgence.
That was insane.
Mm-hmm.
That was a guy like Zach Wilson. Can Zach Wilson go to a team and do that?
I mean, he might. I mean, look at the Jets. I mean, Jets might be one of the few teams worse off than the Cardinals right now, actually.
Oh man, Justin Fields, I pray for you, my man. I wanted him to stay in Pittsburgh so bad. I've been watching his stuff since high school because we're the same age.
Oh, okay.
We had the same like graduation. We were in the same graduation class, so I got to watch a lot of his football just online.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was a 5-star recruit that year, and he was like, people were calling him the new Cam. Like, his high school hype was ridiculous. Then he went to Ohio State, and he was lighting it up there, and now he's stuck on the Jets.
And now he's stuck on the Jets. It's awful.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. Justin Fields was really hyped up. He should have probably stuck with the Steelers, honestly.
Oh my God, I wish he would have. Even if he would have sat, like, dude's so talented.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand the Steelers' perspective going from Russell Wilson and Justin Fields to Aaron Rodgers. And it's no disrespect to Rodgers.
Crazy switch up.
Yeah, it's no disrespect to Rodgers, but it's like, really? Like, that's the switch. That's how fast you're going to switch up?
It doesn't even make sense. It's a completely different game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys can move.
Yeah.
Rodgers is 39.
39, yeah.
I mean, he can't move.
No, past his prime. He made some good plays throughout the year, but I was not a fan whatsoever.
I mean, it's just a completely different quarterback. Like, you can't keep changing your quarterback that much. Your system's gonna be thrown completely off, you know?
Yeah, I would say they need a targeted receiver this year because they got Metcalf, but they're gonna need some extra help. And I mean, the draft just so happens to be in Pittsburgh,
That'd be cool. I saw rumors of this was probably just AI, but Brian Thomas getting moved to the Lurs for a 5th. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to wait another 20 minutes to see if another notification pops up, but no.
No notification came in.
No.
Brian
That'd
Thomas
be a cool one.
No, he'd be big. I mean, he's that deep ball threat that he would need. So that'd be he's a fast receiver. Like, yeah.
That would be cool.
Sign me up for it. I want to circle back to wrestling for 1 second.
Yeah.
So I like to ask this question to a lot of my guests, and I asked Jamie Jamison this, I've asked Derek Dillinger this, I've asked Andrew Pallas this, and now I finally get to ask you this. What was your thoughts when you first met me in professional wrestling? Because I'm young. I'm honestly 22. I just came into pro wrestling recently doing commentary. And I love to get some thoughts on what was maybe your first impression of me. The runway probably gave me the funniest answer.
Oh, boy. Of course they did.
So,
those are also two of my buddies. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Calvin and Tyler.
My first impression of you, I thought you were very mature because I knew you, I could tell you were younger just by the look of you. You just have a young guy look.
Yeah.
But no, I thought you were very respectful. I thought you were very mature. You just kind of knew your place. You stepped right into the position. Whatever was needed, you did. And then you got on the commentary booth almost immediately, everywhere, you know?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, when I came into 880 Wrestling, I was a little worried because of obviously the whole tribalism thing because I never stepped outside of IWC before. So I was like, oh, no, this is going to be interesting trying to go to other places now.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to accept me. 880's welcomed me with open arms. I love it there.
That's what I love.
Outside of a certain guy, I have been welcomed with open arms.
Well, that guy, we're going to kick him out of here one day. Don't worry.
That guy? More like some guy, but yeah.
No, some guy.
it's just some guy. But no, I love my time at 880. And I appreciate those kind words.
That's awesome to hear.
Gianni, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today on the podcast.
My man.
I got to ask you one final question, though. And I ask everybody this question, so I don't know how much you've kept up with two Jagoffs. If you have, you know about this.
I have never seen. This will be my first.
This is your first time? Okay, great. So I'm going to put you on the spot then. Gianni Emricko, the Italian Strongman, what is the go-to restaurant? The favorite place to grab a meal? Could be here in Pittsburgh, could just be in general, could be a chain, it could be local. I don't care. I am a foodie, and I would love to know.
Okay. I'm going to throw you onto something because
Please do.
I really hope nobody has ever said this one before.
I've asked about 80 people this question, so the chances are slim, but let's see.
It's a pizza joint.
Okay.
It would be a little far for you. Maybe like a 45-minute drive. It is called Gianni's. Spelt like Gianni without the G.
Okay.
All they do is specialty pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this one. It's called the OTC.
The OTC.
The off the charts.
Okay, I thought we were talking about tribal chief for a second.
You get to choose your level of hotness you want in the sauce.
Ooh.
I always get a number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Gianni's.
Gianni's. Yes.
Oh, Gianni's. Okay. It's only like specialty pizzas. Like
there's like 4 or 5 of them around.
Okay.
It's unbelievable pizza. It's wood fired. They don't do Parmesan cheese. They kind of have these little strips that go on top. It's very Italian. It's very good.
It's Italian as you can get.
It's pretty Italian, yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that out. You are the first person to say that on this
Good.
podcast. Okay. So would you say that's like your go-to, like you're an Italian food kind of guy, or?
Yeah, I would say Italian. If it's not like chicken or steak, I would be like, I want pizza.
Okay, you're not a chicken or a steak kind of guy, really?
No, I love chicken and steak. That's
okay,
like
okay.
my number.
Oh, those are
that's
your
my
go-tos.
number 1 or 2.
Okay.
You gotta keep it shape.
Yeah, got the protein. Yeah,
But if it's a cheat day, I'm getting pizza.
you get pizza all the way.
I'm getting pizza.
There's a local pizza place where I'm from in Carnegie called Sunset. That's usually my go-to spot. So I think
Okay.
I'm gonna have to mix it up a little bit. We get it's a bacon ranch pizza. It is
Ooh.
bacon, chicken, ranch, a couple different cheeses, and then there's some other stuff on there. That's really good. Oh, and French fries. French fries. Is the other one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Oh, when you start putting fries on the pizza,
You can put fries on anything.
Oh,
I mean, that's
yeah.
the Pittsburgh culture right there. You can put it on a sandwich. You could put it on whatever.
that's what we do.
Put it on your salad. I'm a burger and fries guy personally.
Do love a burger.
I love myself a good burger.
Oh my god, I love a burger.
Personally speaking, Texas Roadhouse is probably one of my favorite restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Love their cinnamon butter. It's funny enough, in my cooler over there, I actually have cinnamon butter. My buddy Lucas bought it for me this morning, and he
That's
was like,
awesome.
"Hey, because he works at Giant Eagle, he's like, hey, I got you some cinnamon butter." I'm like, "You just made my week. Let's go." I'm not easy to impress. I love me some Texas Roadhouse cinnamon butter. So
That's
shout out to Lucas. Fuck you for not being here, but shout out to Lucas.
Come on, Lucas.
Yeah.
Couldn't be here for this one.
He did hit this for me. He's like, tell GME I said what's up. So I was like, okay, wow, Lucas at least respects GME. He doesn't respect anybody else on this podcast, but
Respect. That's all I got. Respect.
yeah, he actually he's been kicking off people left and right on this podcast.
Oh.
He kicked off one of my former co-hosts, Nick Brown, downtown Nick Brown, and now he's banned Toddy Tondera from Two Jagoffs. I don't know why.
Wow.
Yeah, he's kind of in his own little villain arc right now, I guess. But he's
Doing his own heel thing.
I guess so. He doesn't want them on the podcast. I was like, can I at least have GME on? He's like, yeah, I like GME. I was like, okay, cool. So we're good enough there.
Shout out, Lucas.
He said this is his exact words, and I quote, GME is one of the few from 880 I could tolerate. And I said, wow, okay. But that was rude, but you're one of the lucky few, so congratulations, Gianni.
I'm one of the few.
You're one of the lucky few. Gianni, thank you so much for joining me on Two Jagoffs today. I'm going to give you this chance. Any final words you would like to leave with the listeners, maybe socials where they can find you at?
Yeah. Socials. Everything is practically at Gianni Emricko. Facebook, Gianni Emricko. YouTube, Gianni Michael Emricko. If you type in Gianni Michael Emricko on YouTube, you'll find a whole catalog of my matches. Enjoy pro wrestling. For the love of God, just sit down and enjoy some pro wrestling. Take your mind off life. It makes you feel better, I'm not going to lie to you. Thank you for having me on, Austin.
Oh, you're the best, dude. Wrestling is indeed therapy. They
It
have literally
really is.
everything. No matter what you're into, wrestling could probably tell that story.
It's so true.
Well, dude, thank you so much for joining me
man.
on the podcast today. We'll link all your socials and everything down below so they can go check you out. For the rest of this episode, though, I'm, of course, Austin Cairns. This right here is the Italian Strongman, Gianni Michael Emricko. Go to any promotion in Pittsburgh. You will probably see him there. And we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.